Well, hello, welcome to Christie Travels. So, I guess you stumbled upon my video. Hi, how's it going? So I thought I'd talk about my upcoming trip to Japan. When I say upcoming, I mean on Thursday. So, we planned this trip about probably 3 months ago now. In December. So myself and two friends are going to Japan for 9 days. We're going to be in Tokyo 2 days before the tour starts. The tour starts in Tokyo, but my sister teaches English over there in Tokyo, so we're going to spend a few days with her. So the first day, we fly out of Sydney on Thursday, I think 9:40 p.m. Get into Tokyo, I think Haneda, if I remember correctly, at about 5:15 a.m. in the morning on the Friday, so that will be the 5th of April, I believe. So the plan is we are getting picked up from the airport by Cherry Tomato, I think the name of the company is. Get dropped off at our hotel at Ryogoku. I'm probably butchering the name of that, but anyway, that's the old historic sumo town, I believe, so that'll be very, very interesting. Anyway, we'll probably be too early to check in, so we'll just drop our bags off. My sister said there'll probably be lockers there, so we can just put our bags in the lockers, and she's going to meet us at our hotel, which is great because we wouldn't have a clue where to go otherwise. I mean, there is Google Maps, but you know. So she's going to meet us at our hotel, and I think we're gonna either go to Shinjuku or Harajuku possibly. I'm not sure what's on the cards at the moment, so we'll just play by ear, and I'm planning on vlogging the trip as well, so fingers crossed that goes to plan. And so I think we're gonna have breakfast somewhere. I've suggested jiggly pancakes. If you don't know what jiggly pancakes are, they're this specific type of Japanese pancake. They're really soft and airy, kind of like a souffle actually, souffle texture, but they jiggle. So look up jiggly pancakes if you want to know what I'm talking about. I'm not crazy. I think other people call them jiggly pancakes as well, so I'm sure there's a proper term for them, but jiggly pancakes sounds much more interesting and much more fun and much more exciting. So hopefully jiggly pancakes for breakfast. We're flying with Qantas, so hopefully they'll be okay. I've flown with them before, but I've heard mixed reviews lately, so hopefully, fingers crossed, the service is all right. One of my friends has never been overseas before, the other one has, so she went to Noumea. That's only about 2 or 3 hours flight from Australia, I believe. That was on a school trip quite a few years ago, so she hasn't been anywhere that's sort of been planned by herself, I guess you could say, if that makes any sense, because the last time she went overseas it was planned by the school. And then my other friend has never been overseas, she's only been as far as Perth, so neither of them have been on a long haul flight before, so a little bit worried about that, but they'll be fine, you know, it's fine. I went to Hawaii last year by myself, and I've done a bit of traveling because my dad used to work for Caterpillar, so we've been to quite a few different countries, and we lived in quite a few different countries. I'm from Australia, as you could probably tell from my accent. Originally from Melbourne in Victoria, and so we first moved to Seoul in Korea. We were there for about 5 years, I think, and then we went to England. We were in Kenilworth, Warwickshire for about 5 years, and then after that we went to Singapore. We were there for about 2 years, I think. So we went to school there and everything. In Singapore we went to an Australian international school. In England we just went to a normal school because it's England, you know, it's English. And in Korea I believe we went to the British International School, if I remember correctly, but I was quite young, so I don't really remember that. But apparently I picked up a Scottish accent because my teacher was from Scotland, so I had a bit of a Scottish accent there for a while. Fun fact for you all. I wish somebody recorded that because that would have been quite hilarious. And then we moved back to Australia, and here we are. So the second day, oh my god, sorry guys, So the second day of the trip, I believe we are going to Tokyo Disneyland. So excited for Tokyo Disneyland. When we were living in England, we did go to Tokyo Disneyland Resort Paris, but that was quite a few years ago, so it'll be really exciting to go to Disneyland again. I mean, it's been a long time since I went to Disneyland, but my friends have never been to Disneyland, so we bought our tickets online. Actually, that's quite advisable, especially if you're going on a Saturday. You need to buy your tickets online because it will be so busy, crazy busy, and especially because of the time of year that we're going as well. March, April is generally cherry blossom season, so I definitely advise that you buy your tickets online. If you go to the Tokyo Disney official site, you can buy your park tickets. Now, there are two Tokyo Disneylands in Japan. There's Tokyo Disney Sea and there's Tokyo Disneyland. So Disney Sea is the adult version of Disneyland. So you can go to both, you can go to one, it's up to you. But I believe there is no other Disney park like Disney Sea in the world. It's the only one. Apparently it's amazing, and it's basically the adult version. You can buy alcohol there. So if we have time, we might go to Tokyo Disney Sea as well. But just for now, we've bought tickets for Tokyo Disneyland. I believe it was about 7,400 yen, which is $74, but with the Australian dollar and the exchange rate at the moment, that was about $90, I think, 90 Australian dollars. So I'm not sure how much it is in US dollars, but it's worth it. We're so excited. And the great thing is, actually, our hotel, because we booked this through a travel agent. You can book it yourself, but we just decided to book it through a travel agent from Hello World because it was just easier, because we are doing the top deck tour. And I ended up picking this hotel because we were originally looking at, I think it was a 16-day tour, and now we're just on the 7-day tour. But the 16-day tour started at a different hotel, and she still had us staying at that hotel. So I did a bit of research and found a hotel closer to, because the 7-day one, you stay in all hostels, while as a longer one, you stay in all hotels. So if we went on the longer one, we would have been staying in that hotel, which is where it started. But because it starts in a hostel, I did a bit of research and found a hotel on the same side. I think it's in the same street actually as the hostel, because originally we were over the river and we weren't sure how we were going to get over the river with our stuff. I mean, probably could have caught a train, but we're not really sure of how the transportation system works, which train to get on and whatnot, where to get off. I'm sure it would have been fine, but I found this hotel on the same side. It was actually cheaper too, which was fantastic. So research does pay off when you're traveling. So I was having a look at their website after we decided to go with the hotel, and it turns out they actually have a free shuttle bus for guests to the Tokyo Disneyland parks, which is fantastic because it means we won't have to catch the bus or the train to get there. We'll just go on the free shuttle bus to Disneyland, which was, I didn't even know that was. When I found this hotel, I had no idea, and when I found out, I thought, fantastic, this is great, this will be such an easy way to get to the parks. Like, it's just because I think they're sisters with Disneyland, something like that. But anyway, so Friday when we get in, we'll be spending the day with my sister. Saturday we're going to Tokyo Disneyland. Sunday, which is the 7th, I think, we'll be starting our tour, which is really exciting. We're gonna have, I think the first day is a full day tour of Tokyo, so they take us to different provinces, or whatever you want to call them. I think we go to Harajuku, Shinjuku, Asakusa, I think I'm saying that incorrectly, and a couple of temples, things like that, so it'll be really interesting. Get to try some street food, definitely going to try some ramen, and I believe we have dinner with the group that night to get to know everybody. So hopefully everybody on the trip is really nice. I'm sure there will be. I believe day 2 we are going to Mount Fuji, Haneda. Again, I know I've said that incorrectly, so I'm really sorry about that. So Mount Fuji will be really good. We have a day trip to Haneda, I think. I I'm so sorry, I'm butchering the name so badly. So day trip there, so that's the second day. Third day, I believe we have a free day in Tokyo, I think. Not sure if we're doing anything in the morning, but if we have time, we might even see if we can go to Tokyo Disney Sea, because it'll be a little bit quieter during the week. Fingers crossed. So we'll just see, but I'd also like to catch up with my sister again during the week when we have our free time. So I'm not sure what else we'll be doing, but I know on the first day, I think my sister's going to take us to an otter cafe, which I'm really looking forward to. That would be so cute. She's been there a couple of times, so she's just going to take us there and drop us off. And I think another thing we asked her if we could do is go and have Korean barbecue in Japan. Go figure. So that'll be so good. It looks delicious. I've heard so many good things about Korean barbecue. We lived in Korea. And then I believe we go down to Kyoto. So that'll be beautiful. I'm looking forward to hiring a kimono in Kyoto. I think my sister, she went with some friends who visited her last April, and I think she has a recommended kimono rental place. There are so many kimono rental places in Tokyo, in Kyoto, probably Osaka, all over the place. It's a very popular thing for tourists, and the locals do it as well, so it's not just the tourists who get involved. But I do believe that you can pick your kimono. There are so many kimonos. I've watched a lot of videos, so I've done a lot of research. So many different beautiful colors and designs, and you pick your kimono. And then there's, I can't remember what it's called, but there's this belt that goes around the middle of the kimono, and I think you have a bow at the back. You can choose the color of that as well, and then you can get your hair done. They do have a couple of different options for updos, and so you can get your hair done, which will be really cool. You can choose which style. Really looking forward to that as well. And you get to choose a bag to take around with you. So you put your stuff in the bag. I think you put your other stuff in a locker, and then they give you those funky looking sandals with the socks. So socks and sandals, very stylish, obviously. So that's another thing I'm looking forward to in Kyoto. I'm really looking forward to trying all the different Japanese food as well. I mean, I've had Japanese food. I've had, I think it was takoyaki, which is the octopus balls. I love takoyaki, so good. Looking forward to trying okonomiyaki as well, which is a type of pancake. Obviously ramen. There's so many things to try in Harajuku as well. It's insane. There's this giant fairy floss, or candy floss if you're an American, but in Australia we call it fairy floss anyway. It's multiple colors and you can choose which flavors, but it's so big. So I believe that's in Harajuku, and there's a famous crepe place. I mean, I want to try matcha stuff. What else do I want? All the beautiful desserts, the Japanese cheesecake, anything cherry blossom themed, I'm into it straight away. I want to try all the cherry blossom stuff because it's that time of the year, so they have all the different flavored stuff. What else do I want to try? Mochi as well, anything. I mean, I'm just excited to try anything and everything. I mean, not everything, but within reason, of course, and my taste buds appreciating that too. So I'm really excited to experience the culture, the beautiful Japanese people. They seem so polite. It's crazy compared to Australia. And we go on the Shinkansen, so that's a bullet train, so that's a really fast train. So I'm looking forward to going on that as well. Looking forward to meeting all these new people, so I really hope they're really nice. I'm sure they will be. I'm just excited about every single thing. Excited about sharing the trip with my friends. It'll be so good. So if you decide that you like my channel and you stay tuned, you will be able to see my Japan vlogs. So pretty much I think I'll be uploading them when I get back from Japan, because I'm not going to take my laptop with me, so I can't really upload if I don't have my laptop with me. So we'll just have to wait until I get back from Japan, which is, I believe, we get back on the 14th of April. We get back at about 7:40 a.m, fly back into Sydney. I'm not going to go back to work until the 16th. So, because I need to get back home. And you'll probably see my friends vlogging. One of them, well, not vlogging, but one of them is going to be behind the camera taking a couple of videos for me. The other one's going to be the director, apparently, so that'll be really interesting. But I think you'll like my friends. They're both really nice, and it's just going to be a fantastic adventure. So I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you very much for tuning in and watching my ridiculous video about getting excited about going to Japan. If you have any comments or any suggestions for places in Tokyo to eat or things that we must see, anything like that, please do feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I'd really appreciate any feedback or advice for Japan. Anything that helps would be fantastic. So thanks very much for watching, and welcome to Christie Travels.